Morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Airy Sky here with a quick video. This video is going to be called Fancy Items. Fancy Items and Fancy Foods. Fancy Foods first. Now, the person I care for deeply, Angela, she's always telling me I'm eating fancy stuff. Well, to her it might be fancy, but $3 of chicken and $2 of breadcrumbs rolled all together and have chicken nuggets or chicken strips or chicken tenders isn't it fancy. Mixing it with hickory smoked barbecue sauce isn't fancy. We don't make our own barbecue sauce. Sitting there and having tater tots at $1 a bag isn't $1.20 a bag isn't fancy. Sitting there afterwards and having a side of fresh mushrooms isn't fancy. It's how you put your food together with your sides. And then someone says, oh, what are you having for dinner? Oh, I'm having prime rib. Prime rib's fancy, but we only do that 3 times a year. Now, every time I turn around, I hear people say, including Angela, oh, yeah, it's fancy. Well, this chair here is like an office chair right now. I'll be getting a bigger one soon. Aaron talked about one for my Christmas present. My office, this desk was custom built 40 years ago by my uncle. This desk was given to me by my mother for my birthday. This monitor is over 10 years old. It's not fancy. I live within my means. Cell phones. A lot of people have touch phones. I've been trying to get a touch phone. The problem is I can't justify buying it. So what do I got? This little crappy phone. And it dials 911 and it's for emergencies. My briefcase. $900 briefcase. Yeah. And a little dusty in the top, but I got it brand new, $5. Yeah, closeout. Why? Because it's my briefcase. Now, some of you sitting there, oh, well, it's fancy. I use dollar pins, these ones got the little multicolored things. I use these gel pens, $3 for 4. Haven't gotten any new ones. I've been, So my laptops are 3 years old. My new laptops are coming. They're 15.6-inch screens. They're not fancy. They're basic Windows 7. They do the job. This isn't fancy. This is my iPad. This is the original tablet that came out dusty as heck. The piece of crap Samsung Galaxy. The battery failed. There's other tablets, but you get the point. Fancy things, I even read paperbacks. I usually like hardbound books, but paperbacks isn't bad either. Bottom line is, it's how you do things. I mean, look. For example, this might be like $15 or $20 a bottle. I got a wine deal, 3 cases of wine. It wasn't that expensive. What the heck is that? Oh, okay. So, the bottom line is, it isn't fancy. Heck, I'm still using an analog TV, and I love my old 36-inch analog TV, but it's broken. I gotta move up in the world. Why do you think I got things? Now, Angela was talking about televisions. I want to talk to Angela for a second in the camera. What Twin was talking about, television-wise, is, for example, he said E-series and M-series. For example, this here says M, which means the M series. These ones here say E series. Right there. It's such and such and such and such, E or M, and then the numbers. That means their model number of the television. He was talking about it. Let me put it to you in another way. TVs have series. I mean, I had a Mitsubishi TV at one time that was like the theater-wide theater movie projection series or something. 70-inch at one time analog. And I love my television, by the way. So, just to let you know, there is series out there, literally. So, on that aspect. So, the bottom line is if you look at everything, I don't live a fancy life. Heck. Maybe I can do a video with Aaron's permission tonight before he goes home on talking to you about how frugal I live pretty much. He can explain it a little better. I mean, I haven't even changed my bath towels out in probably almost 8 years. My pots and pans are 15 years old. My mom gave me. My dishes are 15 plus years old. I'm using the same ones, and if my dishes break down to nothing, all I got to do is go over to Aaron's house and get the spare set. He's got the other set. That's mine. So technically, the bottom line is I try to use things till they get broken. Now, sometimes that always works. Sometimes it's inconvenience. Look at the TV. It's just happens, and I will tell a story right now that my television in my living room is a 26-inch. The 26-inch TV doesn't do too bad. Aaron got it for me 7 years ago as a birthday present when he bought his television. His television, the color's failing for a Samsung. He's got a 27-inch analog television. Mine, I told brother Aaron a long time ago to get the Toshiba, but he said, no, Samsung makes good television. Then he found out about the tablet problem where they screwed me over and wouldn't fix the battery. Yeah, so that's the bottom line is you got to look within your means. I mean, Angela was talking about how she pays X amount for groceries a month. I went with about 110. That was with me, and I got a deal. Which reminds me, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to have to check out my Safeway app today because Safeway's sales are, the new ad comes out. I'll pull up Safeway. I will also check out my local grocer. The ad's out today. I'm supposed to get the ad tomorrow in the mailbox. My mail today was a magazine, and I wasn't too happy with my magazine this time. I subscribe to gun magazines, and I'm very unhappy because they're talking about silencers. In my opinion, a silencer is pretty useless unless you're an assassin. Therefore, in my opinion, that magazine's going on the shelf, and I'm not going to read it. So, yes, so you just got to look at what you can afford, what's available, etc. You don't need to sit there and put yourself poor, but you also got to know what to do. I mean, heck, I'm still feeling my way around. Back in the day, a few months ago, Aaron and I bought our meals split right down the middle. But Aaron wanted to save money to move. I was going to take a trip out of the country. That fell through. Now Aaron and I want to save to move, but we also want to go out to Kentucky. So we're both surviving on, on our own. He makes 2 different types of meals. The only inconvenience of that is I have to do 2 types of dishes. Whereas if he wants, say, salmon for me, and he wants spaghetti, he's got to make that. Then he's got to cook the sauce and then this. So it's a little more work for my hands to do dishes. But for fancy meals, you can't say fancy because fancy isn't a word. Television, well, no. Once in a while, are you going to say having a PS4 pre-ordered and having it delivered is fancy? I mean, no. The bottom line is I'm not a fancy person. I mean, heck, I don't mind this, but I think this phone's a piece of crap. I'm hoping to upgrade eventually, but I don't want to pay the exuberant amounts of money that I'm paying for it. That's why I keep this as a reason. Aaron and I have talked. For example, I look at the justification of buying something. For example, the phone. What am I going to do with a touch phone? Well, let's see. I got to pay a data plan. I got to pay a minute plan or a plan for minutes. A phone plan. And guess what happens? Yeah. Then I get it, and then I got to do what with? Check my email on the road. I hope someone texts me or emails me at Skype while running it. You got to look at the pros and cons to everything you purchase and see if it's worth it or not. So when it comes to fancy gizmos, I look at everything I buy. Reviews and everything else. So, there you have it. So please add and subscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. And please add me as a friend if you like. Thank you and have a nice day.